nice to Angel Reese, and I still like Angel Reese, but her fans are delulu. They are the actual delusional people. I want you guys to stop lying to yourselves and thinking that Caitlin Clark needs her. Caitlin Clark does not bring up Angel Reese. I just don't want people to use her no more. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Of course, if this isn't your first time, this is Raquel here with the Raw Report. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing amazing. And I'm doing amazing because you guys have been following me. Not only have you guys been following me, for the most part, I've had nothing but positive feedback. Good people sending me credit and saying I did a well job. Thank you so much. It makes me want to continue to create content. And it is important for me to make sure that my content is quality over quantity, because I feel like it's easy to get a lot of stuff out here, but I want to actually give you guys details about what's happening and not just rush videos. With that being said, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe, like, comment, as well as share my content, of course, if you like it. And even if you're just here to watch and you don't want to subscribe, hey, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. So this video, I put the glasses on because I want to feel like a teacher, you know, because I got to school some people. And there's really no correlation of that other than I'm goofy. But yeah, I really had to go here because what are we doing? What are we doing? First and foremost, the WNBA, the Liberty won the game. There was a lot of controversy with that win. Everyone thought it was rigged. I was going to do a video on that, but unfortunately the time kind of passed and I just didn't have enough time. My personal take on it is that the series was rigged because there was some questionable calls that went the way of Lynx in game 1 and 4 to me. And I definitely think that there were some questionable calls in game 5 as well. But I do believe that the WNBA pushed this to be a 5-game series, and because they had to make up for it, they helped the Liberty in a way. But I also think that Cheryl Reeves, crybaby Reeves, you feel so bad. We don't care. This is the year of karma. She is just one of the many Caitlin Clark people who was hating on her, didn't put her on Team Olympics, even though she was qualified and better than some of the people that was there. Karma, baby, karma. Cry no more. We don't care. Good job to the Liberty for beating the Lynx. I still love the Lynx. I still love Napheesa Collier, but karma is what karma does. Now, let's get into this video because that brings me to Caitlin Clark. Now, I'm trying not to talk about Caitlin Clark so much and things like that. And I was actually going to transition into some NBA topics and things of that nature. But there was so much that happened that it's actually insane. So one of the biggest things that's recently happened was the Unrivaled League, which is a league by the players, co-owned by Breanna Stewart and Napheesa Collier, and it's a new league that's going to have an inaugural season coming in January. Basically, it's a 3-on-3 and whatnot, right? So first and foremost, the league already has people like Dejanay Carrington, Angel Reese, of course, Napheesa Collier, Breanna Stewart, and a few other players, right? A few known players. I think Arika too. But the point is that recently, the league, the Unrivaled League, has been trying to get and recruit Caitlin Clark. Now you might say, oh, that's great. Yay, more Caitlin. We love Caitlin. We want to see more Caitlin. I've already missed Caitlin Clark playing basketball. But let me tell you why that's a little iffy. First and foremost, I love what they're doing. I think it's a great idea. I like Napheesa Collier. I like Stewie. I like what they're representing. They're trying to get the players paid more instead of having to go overseas. Great idea. Great idea. The problem I have is that now they want to throw the bag at Caitlin Clark, right? If you guys don't know, that the front office sports said that they offered Caitlin Clark $1 million plus part ownership, plus media rights and incentives beyond incentives, matching what basically the soccer league did for Messi, if you had to do a comparison. Basically, they're like, we'll do whatever we can, just play for us, right? Now, here's the irony. There were so many people and players' fan bases who are already a part of the league who basically said the league didn't need Caitlin Clark, right? Not only did the league not need Caitlin Clark, but we're sick of Caitlin Clark. We're We're just sick of her. Like, why do we have to keep dealing with Caitlin Clark? I mean, it doesn't matter that she's like the best women's player that was a college player, and or she came in and was the best rookie ever in the WNBA, or the fact that she's literally one of the phenom players that we've seen and pretty much changed the game of women's ball and helped it grow. No, we're just sick of her. I already discussed that in my last video, so let's stick on topic. So now they want her, right? And it's kind of funny to me because of all the more recent things that happened. I'm going to do a video on the CBA, but I had to get this video out here because I thought it was very much more important than the CBA, because I'm going to kind of discuss all of that in a little bit more detail. So here's the funny thing is, the WNBA players, the media, those covering the WNBA, fans of all sorts, mostly old, spent their entire season telling us how much Caitlin Clark was being hyped because she was white. Telling us how Caitlin Clark fans were blamed for any and everything that happened negative or bad in the league. Telling us how Caitlin Clark really wasn't as good as we knew she were to be, and we don't have to praise her, The WNBA as a whole, the community, the fans, and a lot of the other fans, non-Clark fans, they really downplayed everything Caitlin Clark did, or they attempted to. They truly attempted to, until the point of they couldn't deny it. As I've already said, they tried to upplay the Angel Reese's on her level, which we know she's not. They tried to, every time she accomplished something, bring up something else that she didn't accomplish. The big talk now is that she wasn't accomplished as a college player because she didn't win a championship, which is full of bull, because we all know that Caitlin Clark still took Iowa, a team that doesn't have a lot of high recruits, to the national championship. But let's stay with me. Okay, so they spent all season doing that. Basically even saying to all Caitlin Clark fans who were white or non-black that they were racist, no matter what they said or did. They then told all the black Caitlin Clark fans that you were a coon, you were self-hating, anti-black, and all these other things. All these things they were saying and doing was in part because Caitlin Clark was such a problem. Her fans were such a problem. And then recently it just came out in reporting that says Caitlin Clark, our little darling Caitlin Clark, is fourth, not in the WNBA marketing, fourth in the world for being the most marketable athlete. You guys heard me right. Fourth. So the same people who spent, like I've been yelling, screaming, and saying, spent the entire season being jealous, petty, hateful, spiteful, and telling us how she really wasn't all that great. The product was great. We just need all these nonsensical things that the WNBA tried to push on us, only for it to come out that, yes, we know she was good. Rookie of the year, first all NBA W team. All these things she's accomplished, record after record after record. After we've known she was this good, after they've done all that, they finally see that Caitlin Clark is actually the most marketable player. Fourth, only behind players like Simone Biles, sorry, I cannot remember the soccer player name, LeBron James, and then Caitlin Clark. Do you know how crazy that is? For now them to say, oh my gosh, Caitlin Clark is marketable. Oh my gosh, not only is she marketable, she's a golden goose. They had a golden goose and they tried to push a rotten egg out to us. It's sad. The reason why I have an issue is because you had a golden goose. You could have been so much more accepting of Caitlin Clark. You guys could have been more, I'm trying to think of the word. You guys could have been more forthcoming, supportive, things like that. But no, the WNBA and their players, because once again, black dominated league, could not accept that a white girl was going to be the center of the attention. Couldn't accept that she was the one being, brought in the crowd and things like that. And I also think there's some underlying thing in truth too. It's not only just because she's white, it's also because she's straight. But I will deep dive into that another time. The point I'm making is, now they see she's marketable. Now Unrivaled is like, hey, we need her. After we were told, oh, Angel Reese was the most marketable person, so why do they need her? Which brings me to today. This dumb reporter, I don't even know her name because she's just not even worth learning her name. She continues to make and push narratives about Caitlin Clark. First and foremost, she was on my radar because she first said that Caitlin Clark acted like a immature boy, insinuating she's a man who was privileged and threw fits. This was all based upon Caitlin Clark showing emotions in a game. Okay, remember they were just nasty. To now her saying how she can't understand why someone like Caitlin Clark would be offered and paid the amount that the Unrivaled League is willing to pay to have her be a part of the league. And it's not fair to Dejanay Carrington and so forth. Dejanay Carrington will never make the kind of money that Caitlin Clark makes. Do you know why? Because Caitlin Clark is actually a skilled player on so many different levels. You're talking about one of the potential greatest players, the greatest rookie we've ever seen, who broke record after record, to Dejanay Carrington, who only reason why she's even known is because of Caitlin Clark, similar to the counterpart of Angel Reese. I know you guys keep on, I was so nice to Angel Reese, and I still like Angel Reese, but her fans are delulu. They are the actual delusional people. I want you guys to stop lying to yourselves and thinking that Caitlin Clark needs her. Caitlin Clark does not bring up Angel Reese. Angel Reese brings up Caitlin Clark every chance she gets. And you guys might be like, why is she yelling? Because it's so disingenuous how people continue to lie. Angel Reese was the person who came to her face, did this, made herself known. She was not a college phenom player. She was not on anybody's radar for being a great player. She is a good player. She's a great rebounder, but she was not up there with the Paige Buckers, Caitlin Clark, Juju Watkins. Nobody knew Angel Reese. Now, is she good now with marketing, being an influencer? Of course. She took her opportunity and made herself a brand. Not mad at it. And that's been her tea. But, let me get back. Roll it back in. Here's my thing. They're not going to be paid the same when you're talking about skills. Players are paid based upon their skills, their abilities, and how much they are going to make that team need them. Another team willing to pay more, So the fact that these people are acting nonsensical, like, why would they pay Caitlin Clark more? I don't know. Maybe because she's fourth in the world and being able to be marketing. Remember when Ice Cube offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in the Big Three? There was a reason why he did that, because he understood that $5 million Caitlin Clark was going to make for him easily with the fan base she had already gained. And you know what's crazy? The reason why I think it's also funny, because that dumb reporter also said, hey, I don't know why she gets more, because Angel Reese got more Instagram followers versus Caitlin Clark. These are the people who are talking about basketball, talking about things. They're ignorant. They're stupid. They're dumb. I'm just going to call it what it is. I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. So you're telling me you're comparing Instagram followers as to a player's popularity and what they do. No. Not that the player has brought more viewerships, jersey sales, sold out arenas. Not only does she sell out her arenas, but when she goes out on the road to your favorites player team, she sells out their arena when your favorite player can't do it. It's just what it is. Not only that, she has garnered so many different records for even viewerships, and the league has grew substantially because of her. But you want to focus on Instagram followers? Do you understand what the difference is? First and foremost, Angel Reese has actually positioned herself as an influencer on Instagram. That's her bread and butter. That's how she's marketing herself. Nothing wrong with that. That's what she wants to do. So be it. I'm doing a whole video on that. But she understands her audience. These are not people who like hoops. These are not people who are going to know her for her hoops. These are people who want to know her for her lifestyle. And she's posting content daily, all the time, constantly making herself be seen in some way. Caitlin Clark goes on Instagram to uplift and big up others for the most part. She might post a highlight of herself here and there. She posts every once in a while, but she's not using that as an avenue to be popular. Her popularity is way beyond Instagram. Let's keep it real. Angel Reese will be an Instagram influencer. She'll be known more for that than she might be known for being a hooper. And that's okay too. That's her lane. You do whatever it is that makes you money. Not mad at you. But let's get back to the point. So now they want Caitlin Clark. And then the WNBAP, the Players Association, even they recently turned down the CBA deal, which they should have, because they deserve a better deal. Why is that? Because they are only getting, of all the revenue that's generated, about 10% goes to the players for pay and things of that nature. So they do deserve more because of the 90%. And what Caitlin Clark has now done is they know they can market it more. They know they're going to get better advertising. They know they're going to get better deals. They know that they're about to get huge and bigger because of Caitlin Clark. So now they can negotiate more money for the entire league. But they won't give that credit to Caitlin. Why? Because they're bitter women. They're mad. They're jealous. They're petty. I don't even care no more. I'm just going to call it what it is. So let's stick back to that. Then you also had Nike. Nike, who wanted to give the established player in Angel Wilson, respectfully, I'm sorry to say this because people are going to get mad, but Angel Wilson merch does not sell. Even in jerseys, from her being a most dominant player in the league, the best player in the league, unanimous MVP, she was still in fifth in jersey sales. Who was number one? Caitlin Clark. Nike, I'm not saying you have to get a shoe, because I know the shoe deals and shoes coming out take a little bit of time. But Nike did not capitalize off of having Caitlin Clark. They barely recognized her until the Rookie of the Year things. Why? Because they didn't want to step on the fingers of all these crybaby ass athletes that were there from the WNBA who thought that they deserve, or they can force people to want to buy their shit when they don't care. Sorry, I'm going to try to stop cussing. The point I'm saying is they didn't give us merch for Caitlin Clark. And then that rookie shirt, that ugly Rookie of the Year shirt, save that. Throw that away. It's not getting brought, because not that we don't want it because of Caitlin Clark. We don't want it because it's just garbage. But that's neither here nor there. Then you sat here, you had all these people marketing against Caitlin Clark. We don't need her. We don't need her. We don't need her. Oh, she's not doing it. She's not doing it. Just pushing back. All to come full circle for these goofies who I've said all year long could have taken this year, made this WNBA bigger than it could have ever, got more money, been more supportive of Caitlin Clark, been more welcoming to her and the other rookies, and actually looked at as a prestigious league, as opposed to being a league that looks like they're full of bias. They're not inclusive like they claim. They're very exclusive. They want people to be this members only club. They are very much, and I do not mind you being gay, but they're representation of being gay and lesbian, and they only want people who are in their community to be a part of it, it seems. Not everybody, but it's a big thing in how they treat players. And it showed in how they treated Caitlin Clark. For them to all now come full circle and use her name and use her to negotiate new deals, to use her to be able to potentially get bigger deals. Now they want her in this other league. And the entire time, this was what us Caitlin Clark fans were saying. Those of us who are Caitlin Clark fans who are saying, hey, I don't know if we want her to join Unrivaled. It is not because we don't like Nafisa Collier or Stewart or even the concept of the league. It's because, one, she needs rest. But hey, if she wants to ball, she can ball. But it's more so about they have already downplayed everything this girl has done. They have already made it seem like she wasn't in parts to helping the league grow. She was the problem. Her fans were the problem. They condemned her. They did all these nasty things all season. So if her fans are like, hey, we don't necessarily want Caitlin to be a part of that league, and she does it, we're going to support her because we support Caitlin Clark. But we're like, why do they get to keep using Caitlin Clark, using her name, but then all they constantly do is talk down to her, put her down, try to blame her for things they know she can't control. It is not so unheard of that people may not actually want to see her be used again, because now they see how marketable she is. Now they know she can make the money. Now they know that she can bring the viewers. Now they know she will sell out crowds. Now they know the attendance will go up and people will watch when she can actually be one of the very few people who can still have people tune in even versus NFL football. No. They did not even respect her enough to even acknowledge everything she did. They tried to literally do any and everything to belittle the accomplishment. So no, we don't necessarily want her to be a part of it. But you know what I am happy about? I'm happy that you goofy people who were in denial finally realized, yes, Caitlin Clark is her. Yes, she has the American sweetheart type of vibes. And it's not because she's white. No, it's because, as I said in the last video, she's actually classy. She actually understands how to outclass all you guys. Deal with it. Anyways, let me know how you guys feel about this. Let me know if you guys agree or if you guys do want her to play or whatever the case may be. But like I said, it's not that I would not support Caitlin Clark, and I'm actually going to support the Unrivaled League. I just don't want people to use her no more. There's too many people using her to lift themselves up. And including people say, oh, I'm doing it. I'm not. I'm here because I really do believe that girl deserves more supportive people who aren't lying to her. And especially in my demographic, because black women have been very, very, very disingenuous with her. Not all, but quite a bit of us have. With that being said, leave your comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. And of course, as I always say, share the content if you like it. I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.